up in that jail. All you gotta do is look at the scars on my face to know that I've been through hell. But I'm still breathing, yeah that's right, I'm still here. I survived through the darkest days in the darkest place from my darkest fears. There ain't nothing you can do to me, ain't already been done except shooting me. And people having a pop ain't nothing new to me. That's what used to go on usually. When I stay too long in one place, all I get is screw faced by man in what fights. How different will things be now? If I just made it home that night, ain't even worth thinking about. What's done is done, you can't change the past. Just please stop torturing me and make a decision, that's all I ask. Cause I'm ready to accept my fate, whatever the outcome of this case. Only thing I can't stand is to wait, so hurry up already and decide today. You can set me free or bang me up. Just stop torturing me, tell me what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do. You can set me free.
Count down the final moments of this round.
Listen, I don't want to see you against the rope. As soon as you feel rope, move out. Keep circling. Don't stand in front of you.
Ali's out in front as we take a look at Teddy's scorecard for the first time tonight, but they're still in a mode of just feeling each other out. Neither man has taken control of this bout so far. Tyson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Ali's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
Keep working the jab. Good. Stay away from the inside.
Teddy, there's a certain fire that rages in Muhammad Ali. A lot of it has to do with the early days and some things he faced growing up in Louisville. He did not see that right hand at all. He may want to tie up. Mike Tyson lands the hook flush. And now just wasting away some time with that.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, well I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, said I need a dollar, that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, falling down, and all I want is for someone to help me. I had a job, but the boss man let me go. I'm sorry, but I won't be needing your help no more. I said, please, Mr. Boss Man, I need this job more than you know. But he gave me a mind.
Keep working the body.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. You can look at the punch stats, and they're going to heavily favor Tyson, as is typical with him. But, Teddy, as we saw in that last round, it can only take one punch. His opponent was hurt there.
Yeah, he was hurt there. You know, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And Tyson, he throws every punch as intent. He throws every punch to knock you out.
Need to capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his misses.
Round number 5 has arrived. Ali's coming. knowing that all eyes are on him. Remember, he was hurt in that last round, so here he is, a target here early on in this round.
Well, all eyes are going to be on him, but all ears should have been tuned in his corner. He had to hear the right things. I wonder if he did. And the right thing to hear was why you were hurt in that last round. He needs to have that information.
Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Mike Tyson digs deep with a big uppercut. Halfway into round number 5 here. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Come on, kid.
Double jab by Muhammad Ali. Wow, what a right hand from Muhammad Ali. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Muhammad Ali is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Teddy, what advice would you be giving to this charge if you were training him, knowing he's coming off of a good solid effort in that last round and likely is up in a close fight?
Well, you know, sometimes I'm not sure what to tell a guy, but I know what not to tell him. I wouldn't tell him he's up. I wouldn't tell him to let up. That's one thing for sure. I tell him, keep doing the same things you're doing. Stay right with it.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him. You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the double jab. You're only giving me one jab at a time, okay? You got that?
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Mike Tyson with a big uppercut. One. Let's go here. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Muhammad Ali.
Keep working the body.
Blocks the headshot. Ali's timing with his head movement has been ideal. We have not seen his opponent being able to land anything clean up top tonight.
No, because his opponent is not making the proper adjustments. You know, when the head is moving, the body's still there. You can't catch the head. Go downstairs the body. You paralyze that head. You start to take that movement away. Before you know it, the guy's not quite as elusive.
Come on, kids, focus.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores.
Finish out of board. Nice work. Nice. Back to the body.
Unable to connect by Muhammad Ali. And now he brings the left hand upstairs.
No need to be on the inside.
Nice strike after catching one by Muhammad Ali.
Throw punches, okay? Don't walk into them without throwing a punch. Okay, listen. Body and head. Body and head. Double up your punches. Body, then head.
I don't want you to 6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. Ali's employing a strategy that works really well for him. He's staying outside, he's utilizing that jab, and he's scoring when he can.
Yeah, he's recognizing the deficiencies of his opponent. He's got a slow, plodding guy in front of him who's a little flat-footed, and he's doing, as you said, exactly what he should be doing.
Now he ties up there.
Hook off the jab.
That's an intense jab right there by Mike Tyson. Scored well up top. Nice, sharp, fundamentally sound hook right there, and it served him well. Halfway through the 7th round.
Hey, let's go.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. That is a strong uppercut there. He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Muhammad Ali.
Move, move.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one.
You got this one.
10 seconds to go in the 7th. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. And round 7 comes to an end.
Good job in that round. That's it. You heard him. Keep on him.
All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw a straight right down the middle. Listen, when he reaches in, let that right hand go, all right?
Round number 8, we look at Teddy's scorecard. He is up on your scorecard, Teddy. He's been working more. Is it as... That's a big right hand there.
Yeah, you got him. Let's go.
He's in bad shape. He does not look good at all. He could go down at any moment, Teddy.
Yeah, he wishes right now this was in an outdoor arena because maybe rain could come and stop it, because I don't know what else could help him right now.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Relax, relax.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Muhammad Ali. Iron Mike with a big uppercut. Tyson's using a lot of energy just by throwing so many punches, but he's not getting much out of all this effort at all.
No, he's working much too hard. That's a good point there. He's working really too hard for what he's getting done. He has to now start to educate himself, start to, place those punches in the right spots.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
That's a solid right hand by Muhammad Ali.
Nice. That's it.
Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in.
Back to the center. There you go.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs.
Keep moving. Keep working the body.
Ali's stunned. Wow, both guys have gotten to the other here.
Focus.
Well, he may be in bad shape, but all of a sudden, he's able to avoid punches and survive.
Boxing is a funny business. It's a metaphor for life. Sometimes you have somebody outside and they don't say what they want to say. They have to have a drink, a little alcohol to start saying the things that are on their mind. Sometimes a fight is no different. He gets hurt And now all of a sudden, all his inhibitions are gone. And now he's doing all the things he's supposed to do because he's not thinking about anything except the things he should have been thinking about. It's automatic.
Start of a fresh round, but I'll tell you this, Teddy. I don't know that we're going to see the end of this round the way he was damaged.
No, I would be surprised. I don't know that he could continue or that the referee would allow him to.
Range! Mike Tyson's on the receiving end of a very... He gets to him with an upper. Big shot he just scored with. He was standing up to it, but now he goes down for the first time. Ali goes down, but quick to get up. Boy, he's got those great recuperative powers.
You know, Joe, we've always seen the great ability. You know, you talked about powers. We've seen the things that he does that are so tangible. We can look at. I mean, it just shouts out. Now we're getting a peek inside. What is inside Muhammad Ali?
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Muhammad Ali.
Keep moving.
90 seconds into the 9th round.
Stay on the outside. He's tight.
Come on, kid, focus.
Muhammad Ali's making this like artwork here. I mean, his defense is just a masterpiece. Wow. Ruined in one instance. Just done. Fight over.
Hey everyone, it's the Snaky back again with a live stream. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I hope these levels are okay for everyone.
Just as much as I think he shocked us. Who would have thought a late knockout here? This thing was assured to go to the scorecards, but it's over.
Might just bring the video capture down a bit more.
Whoever would have thought of it? But his opponent never thought of it. He got lulled to sleep, and that's why he's sleeping.
I think my mic is at like the top already, so that might be a little bit better. So yeah, this is kind of weird for me. I've not done a kind of a live thing before, so ever on YouTube. I'm also listening back to myself in the background, so this is kind of weird. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this is going to be okay, audio level wise. If you could let me know in the stream chat whether it's too loud or not loud enough or whatever, that would be fantastic. Currently, I can see there's not anybody watching, I think, except for myself watching myself, sort of Inception there. Yeah, I just thought today I would kind of just see if this whole stream thingy is working and kind of just get an idea of how it works, and also so I can listen back to it later on myself and see if it is any good or not. So yeah, that's kind of the purpose of today. Let's jump into a quick fight. If anyone has any recommendations of fights they want me to do, let me know. And I think I'm going to start off with something interesting, which is... It also says I'm not connected to Xbox Live, which is kind of weird. I don't know why that is. I'm going to go in the welterweight division, and I'm going to go Emmanuel Augustus versus... let's not make this too difficult on ourselves. Let's say we're going to go against Ricky Hatton, who should be a fairly straightforward fight, a come forward fighter and someone who will probably apply lots of pressure. but we should be able to deal with. Yeah, I hope that everyone's keeping well. I just decided I was going to try this out today and see if it worked or not. I've never done this before, so it's kind of uncomfortable for me to be talking live. Normally I edit and listen back to myself and analyze what I say to an inch of my life, so I'm comfortable with everything that's going into the video. But yeah, hopefully there are some subscribers out there that are going to end up watching this, and if you would like to see more live stream content, whether it be Fight Night Champion or anything else, please let me know as well. So here's Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Augustus, for anyone who doesn't know, is a fighter who has had a pretty tough time of it in general. He was kind of the quintessential journeyman there for a long time at the welterweight division. Basically kind of nearly had fought everybody. He's fought the likes of Mayweather. When I say everybody, he's fought a lot of people. Millwall Zero, thanks very much. Hopefully you good, mate. I'm good, yeah. Well, you're asking me probably. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, cheers, thanks for being on the stream, man. Good to see you. But yeah, Emmanuel Augustus, I suppose the quintessential journeyman, fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. And there's videos out there saying where Floyd Mayweather said that it was the most difficult fight that he's ever had. And whether you believe that or not, I don't know. But it's definitely something coming from his own mouth there. That's something pretty impressive, you know. Also, my gameplay mightn't be fantastic here because it's, again, quite jarring to be trying to talk and come up with interesting points while playing at the same time. So that's something else just to keep in mind there. I'm currently playing with my TV here muted, so I can't hear the sound, so I'm not getting really any feedback apart from the vibration on the controller, so that also kind of is putting me off a little bit. But I'll have that sorted next week, or whenever I stream next, because I'm going to get my headphones set up with the TV. I've got a pair of Bluetooth headphones on my TV, I think is Bluetooth enabled, so that will basically allow me to play there, you know. So yeah, we got somebody commenting there, Millwall. Anyone else who wants to let me know of any fights that they want to see take place, let me know as well. But anyways, back on Emmanuel Augustus. Yeah, fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. and fought a lot of very good welterweights at the time, kind of upcomers. He was the kind of the gatekeeper, but actually a very talented boxer. Seriously good boxing skills and really tough. And he was known as the Drunken Master because of that style that he had where he kind of bobbed around. He didn't do that in every single fight, but there's compilations on YouTube which would kind of lead you to believe that he's doing that in every single fight that he has. But in reality, he kind of, I suppose that was when he knew he could get to somebody, or he knew he could have a bit of fun with people. But the sad thing about Augustus was that he actually ended up losing a huge number of his fights, and that was, a lot of it was down to a lot of corrupt judging. He performed really well. There's actually a clip out there of Teddy Atlas really getting irate and frustrated with the judges because they didn't score the fight in favour of Augustus, and he's getting really agitated about that. So that's worth looking up. But he really got hard done by, and I think if he applied himself more on training and he put in more of an effort, then he definitely could have been a serious contender and maybe even a champion. But he just never really applied himself that much. I don't think he took it seriously, or as seriously as he should, and he was probably getting paydays for fighting these guys, and it was keeping him going. But a few years ago, tragically enough, as he was leaving a boxing gym, he was shot, and I believe he was shot in the back of the head. I think it was a case of mistaken identity, believe it or not. And yeah, he was in hospital for a very long time, and he ended up, he's out of hospital now. Obviously he hasn't boxed since, but he has problems like memory loss, and as someone who got shot in the head would have, but that shows you what an incredible kind of a character he was to be able to recover from that. So that's a little bit of trivia about Emmanuel Augustus. Go look him up on YouTube for more information. I'm getting my ass handed to me here by Ricky Hatton at the moment. I need to start boxing a lot more smart. Yeah, he's really doing a number on me. He's been a lot more defensive. Normally the AI is a lot more aggressive when he's fighting as Ricky Hatton. I hope the microphone quality is okay. I'm using my decent mic that I got, and it seems to be... I was kind of listening back to myself at the start of the... God, he's really hammering my body. I listened back to it there at the start when I was listening to it on my phone, the stream, and it sounded okay. So hopefully it's continuing to be okay.
Yeah, it is with a plan in mind, and that's why he's such a successful fighter.
I'll try not to have too much dead air time. All the kids seem to be streaming nowadays. It seems to be the new fashionable thing to do. And I don't think there's probably very many Fight Night live streams going on at the moment. I also probably need to rename this because I think I just called it like Fight Night Test or something. But it is a test stream. Next stream I'll have the whole software figured out a lot better and whatever. I'm using Streamlabs to do this, which I find is working quite well at the moment. My setup is really, really all over the place. Currently, at the moment, you can't see it in my room here, but I've got my like kind of dining table or dining table pushed right up to the TV. I've got my microphone on this tiny little dining table that I have. My really crappy laptop in the background, which really isn't up to streaming. I'm surprised it's even doing that at all. And then I have cables everywhere, just copious amounts of cables. I've got an Ethernet cable connected to my laptop because it's not good enough with the Wi-Fi. So there's just a mass of cables going on at the moment, and it's a bit messy, but what can we do? That's what I have to work with. My internet seems to be holding up pretty well. I'm going to check the stream as well next time to see if it's still okay. Right, so what we need to do is we need to start, actually, I think we've cut Ricky Hatton actually. I can't hear the sound, so I can't tell if I have cut him or not. I should have probably looked there, but I was looking around at my various pieces of equipment that I have set up. It looks like we have cut him. Now, the thing with Ricky Hatton is brilliant boxer, you know, really, really aggressive, come forward style, and I rank him as, you know, one of the great British fighters in recent history. You know, he achieved a lot. You know, he was only beaten by the best. I don't count that his comeback fight that he had against that guy where he was put away with the body shot, because I think he was well past it at that stage, and I know he wanted to come back and make a statement, but yeah, I don't really rank that fight, to be honest. But yeah, Ricky Hatton, tough guy, come forward, but as was demonstrated with the likes of Pacquiao and Mayweather, if you really studied Hatton and you had a good counter-punching style, you were able to dispatch him fairly easily. He took out Kotetsu 2, I always have difficulty saying that name, who was, you know, one of the best welterweights in recent times. Dispatched him, and he was an underdog in that fight, I believe. So he does have good boxing ability, but definitely he was, in a lot of regards, very one-dimensional, you know. He kind of just came forward and put a lot of pressure on you. Yeah, I'm really feeling the pressure here, playing in front of people live. I'm sure this is probably one of the only Fight Night streams that's going on YouTube at the moment, to be honest. I went on the last day to check because I was interested, and I saw there was quite a number happening on Twitch, but in terms of YouTube, I didn't see a lot. Look, I could go on to Twitch, I could change to that platform, but I'm just not invested enough in the whole live streaming thing. The one good thing about it is there's no editing involved in it, so I can just kind of play now here, and I'll have a video there that people can watch back on, which is good. You know, editing is a pain in the ass. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not a big fan of sitting down at my laptop after I've recorded footage and splicing stuff together and chopping and changing stuff. It just doesn't really appeal to me, but it has to be done, and I do the bare minimum of editing, as you can probably tell, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to quickly check the audio levels again to see if everything sounds okay. So if you hear my voice echoing in the background, try not to be too jarred by that. To see if everything sounds okay. So if you hear my voice echoing in the background, try not to be too jarred by that. Anybody watching, I think. I'm going to check to do this, which I find is working quite well. Yeah, that seems to be okay. Oh shit, we're back in the fight. Yeah, that seems to be okay. Thankfully enough, I can hear myself, and the quality seems to be okay as well. And it's not skipping. When I set this up, people who are watching this over the last few minutes probably noticed that I set up like 5 or 6 different streams to try and get things working. But I found that I was using the Wi-Fi on my laptop to stream with OBS, and obviously that's a really bad idea, and I don't know why I was stupid enough to think that it was going to be fine with Wi-Fi. But once I connected up the Ethernet cable, changed around the bitrate a little bit, it was fine. I have good internet here. Like, I have probably, in Ireland we're quite limited in our internet choices and providers, but I have the company that I'm with is probably ranked up there as second fastest in terms of speed. There's like this gigabit broadband thing now that's coming, providing super fast speeds, but it's just a rung. My internet is like a rung below that, which is not too bad. If you have ever been to Ireland or lived in Ireland, you'll know that internet is not one of the strong points at all. So yeah, that's that. A little bit of I don't know what you call that, kind of social commentary there on the broadband and technology situation in Ireland. Ireland's come on a lot though, I think. You know, years and years ago when I lived in my home house before I moved out into the big bad world, our internet there, I lived in the country, fairly deep into the country, and our internet was terrible. Like we had, I think was it 3 megabit internet, and that's not per second, like that's 3 megabyte overall. So you would have been download speed was probably around 300 kilobytes per second, and at the time that was enough to play Half-Life 2 Deathmatch and Counter-Strike Source. So that's all that really I was interested in. Yes, I did play Counter-Strike, and yes, I was a PC gamer. Do I PC game anymore? No, I do not. I don't have the money to purchase a decent PC. But in the future, maybe that could change. So not really much activity in the stream chat. I'm going to type something in here and see if it comes up. So I'm just going to say, if you were watching.
Same attitude as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Working in this fight is yours. Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. Winning this fight.
Yeah, so if you're watching, just leave a little comment. I normally would be doing a lot better against Hatton at this stage, but I'm just not applying myself as much as I should be. Right, let's get down to some serious work here. He's actually fighting quite well. Normally the AI with Hatton is a bit stupid. You can kind of just backpedal and hit him to the body, but he's actually putting on a decent amount of pressure this evening. And also Augustus isn't ranked particularly highly. I think Augustus is 83 or something like that, which is quite low in the grand scheme of things. Right, Hatton's defense is good in this game. Also, another thing I noticed about the computer is sometimes you'll hit the AI, and it's not you haven't damaged them, or it's not been a particularly dangerous hit, and all of a sudden you'll find that they'll just start moving backwards and backpedaling, and I don't know why they do that. Is it to simulate them being hurt? Oh, what a shot! Look at that. That was pretty sweet. Oh, that was good. Just on the top of the head. I kind of caught him as he was coming in for a punch. That was good. Let's watch that again. Ooh, get a better angle of it. Bang. Just as he was coming in, I caught him. And down he goes. Yeah, that was decent. That was pretty sweet. Alright, let's get back to this again. Now we're starting to make a bit of headroom now that I'm concentrating a bit more. Augustus, for his low rating, he actually has really good head movement, so it's really easy to counterpunch with him. And he can be a deceptive fighter to bring into an online fight. If you're fighting against people online, just take an Augustus, and often they will take you lightly. And if you know what you're doing, you can often get in some sick counterpunches. Hands kind of tighten himself up here now again a little bit. My favourite combination in this game is a left-right to the body, and then following it up with a hook to the head. So I'll try and demonstrate that here for you if I can. Yeah, that combination there is normally quite effective. Yeah, I'm starting to catch him a bit more now. I think he's also gassing out a little bit. But so am I, so that this could end up being interesting. Very interesting indeed. So I hope everyone's keeping well. Sorry about not having a video again recently. I just have been quite busy and occupied with other things, so I thought a live stream would be a nice way to kind of test out to see if this actually works and if my internet can handle it, which it obviously can. Laptop not so much. I think my laptop probably will struggle. I have to have the preview turned off on OBS, believe it or not, for this to actually work in any way decently. So yeah, the device that I'm capturing off is that device that I made the video of years and years ago, like a year or so ago. It's I know in America it's called an Easy Cap. I can't remember the name that they give it. Not AverMedia. I don't know. Anyways, the name, whatever it is, that white game capture device that I did a review on, and that I got kindly sent by that company. And yeah, straight up, I'm talking honestly with you guys here. It's really good. I mean, the quality you're seeing at the moment is not fantastic. But that's probably down to the encoding and the bitrate over the internet. But in terms of actually recording stuff and putting it up on YouTube, any of the footage that I get is all taken from that, and I've watched it side by side with an Elgato, and it's hard to tell the difference. It really is. Manhattan's really putting on the pressure now. Now the more punches he misses though, the more stamina he's using, so that's quite good. I thought this would be a lot easier of a fight, to be honest. And his face is quite cut up as well. He wants me to come after him now. Oh, bang. Yeah, it's better now. We're starting to break down his defense a small bit. Oh yes, that's what we like. I'll probably get one more fight done after this one, guys. I'm just today wanted to kind of... I'm amming a lot. God, this must be the life of the streamer. It's just a constant stream of verbal diarrhea and Later on, I will probably do one more fight, and that will be at a weight category of my selection, unless somebody wants to recommend one instead. So we've beaten up Patton pretty badly on his left eye there. There we go again. If you want, yeah, we'll see. We might do it at heavyweight maybe. We'll see if we can. We might even do like a comedy fight with some of the comedy characters that I downloaded. Yeah, the EA Game Face Lab, whatever the hell you want to call it, the boxer share, that's the term that I'm looking for, is gone, is no more. They don't have it. It's not functional, which is a really shame. God, there's so much traffic outside my apartment. I currently have all the blinds closed like a hermit in my apartment because because I don't really want we're like in my apartment, we're on like full display. Our apartment is kind of out near the front of the complex, so you kind of get a lot of people coming and going, and people tend to look in. Neighbors tend to look in and see what you're doing, so I'd rather just keep it kosher, keep it closed doors for today. Yeah, I don't know, it's the whole streaming thing in Ireland. I know a few people that do it, and you know, I know one or two people that like I went to school with and stuff that do it, but on the whole it's not really a very popular thing here. And that again could be down to the fact the internet isn't particularly great. But yeah, I've got the blinds closed here, and also the windows closed, even though it's a relatively okay day out there today. But the traffic there is constantly traffic outside my apartment, and people are constantly beeping. It really does sound like, I don't know, like Calcutta or somewhere like that. Your car is constantly beeping. Excuse me. Well, it's good that we got one comment on there anyways. Again, thank you to Millwall0 who came on and showed us support. Great to see at least one person watching anyways, and hopefully in the next stream I'll do it at a more prime time when people aren't at work. This is a bad time to be streaming, I feel, because the majority of people are probably at work, so yeah. I do work, by the way. I'm not unemployed. I do have other life things that I have to do, hence why I'm often quite inactive on YouTube, but I've had some time off at the moment from work, so might as well make the most of it. So there's Manuel Augustus. I haven't really been touched at all. You see his face is pretty clear. Face is modelled okay. He looks a little bit frightening. Well, we've won every round, which is pretty good. And that's pretty good considering that I'm talking rubbish as well, and people are obviously listening to it. Be nice to see some subscribers on. If you're subscribed to my channel and you're checking in, let me know. I'd like to know. Yeah, Hatton's in a bad way now. Oh, I thought that would connect. I think we could probably get rid of him now with one punch. There we go. As I predicted. Oh, that's it. Oh, that was it. One punch knockout. Kind of reminiscent of that time that Manny Pacquiao knocked him out cold. I remember that. Oh, nice. Yeah. That was pretty good. Right, let's go ahead and do another fight. We could do bare knuckles. Would we like to see some bare knuckles? Let's do some bare knuckles for a change, because the last few videos that I've done have been just the regular mode. I had Ali and Tyson both in bare knuckles mode, even though they weren't. Was Tyson available? Tyson or Ali weren't available in bare knuckles mode. And of course, what I did was I went ahead and tried to replicate the glitch that I did, and ended up deleting Ali from it. So I don't think they seem to have patched it. It doesn't work anymore. But one time you could edit the boxers, and they would appear in the bare knuckle mode. Okie doke. Let's see what are we going to do here now? What would be a good bare knuckle fight to do? Let's go with. I think I'm going to go with... I'll go with Klitschko. And the reason that I'm going with Klitschko is, in this game, I'm an outside fighter. And I don't like to be on the inside brawling. I always fight from the outside. Because in real life, I'm taller as well. So I'm a taller person. So that when I used to box myself, staying on the outside was really what I like to do. So I kind of fight in this like I do in real life. Let's do against Tyson. Let's go against Tyson. And let's go for a different arena. Let's go for the MGM Grand. Why not? For this great day of streaming. I don't have a face cam on because I'm not particularly fond of showing my face. And I'm not particularly fond of showing my face just because I never was really. I had YouTube. I told you this is not the first YouTube channel that I've had. I go all the way back to 2006 on YouTube, just after its inception. And I never really liked showing my face on camera. I don't have any sort of serious facial deformities. So it's not that. I have face for radio. Would people say that? No, I don't know. No, there's no particular reason for it. I just don't really fancy that side of it. Right. We're going to try and take at least amount of damage as possible, which is going to be tough against Tyson because he is insanely fast and he will inevitably get through our guard. But we're going to stay on the outside with Klitschko. I probably should have picked Vitaly actually, because I kind of prefer Vitaly's punch style in this. I find that Klitschko punches very much so down in this. Like if I throw power, he kind of throws it down the way, which probably won't be bad against Tyson because he's short anyways. But right, he keeps catching it. Okay, right. This is going to be tougher than I thought. Let's try and stay on the outside. Oh, he's turned us around. I hate when they do that. I don't mind fighting from the other side, but he's definitely cut anyways. Whether he's caught us is another thing. This is real kind of online cheese tactics here, just fighting from the outside. I find I got a lot of my wins online by just fighting on the outside like this because it frustrated the hell out of people. I think I came up against the same guy like 4 times in one day when I was playing back in the heyday of Fight Night. And again, I was playing on terrible internet, so the lag was through the roof. But yeah, I remember I came up against this guy 4 times, and we ended up adding each other on Xbox and playing each other again. We kind of became online rivals, I suppose you'd call it. Not friends as such, but sort of, you know, not acquaintances either. I don't know what the word is. My English has gone out the door today, but you get what I mean. But we fought each other a few times after that. But those 4 times in one day, I remember this guy. I was like, this guy is furious in terms of the pressure that he puts on. He just walked you down non-stop. And he played as Tyson, of course. And the pressure that he applied was just so deadly. Like, he would really hurt you. There was really no way you could get through the fight without him at least touching you once. And I remember I played as Klitschko in the first fight and then Ali after that. And I just stayed on the outside like this and ended up frustrated. And I won. I think I won all the fights except for one in that day. I think he bet me the second time, and because I kind of got a bit sloppy. But he was a serious player and probably one of the best pressure fighters that I've ever seen. Always in this game, stamina is so key. I think people forget about that sometimes. You just have to manage your stamina. And the way you manage your stamina is making your opponent miss or blocking their shots. Making them miss is probably a lot easier, to be honest with you. And he's catching me a few times there now. But especially with the likes of Tyson, whose stamina is slightly suspect in this game. It's not terrible. I mean, he's a 92 rated character, so he's going to be fairly decent overall, but just be aware of that you can work his body. I think we're going to have quite an easy time here now, getting rid of Tyson. How's our face looking? Actually, I must remember next time not to skip through the cutscenes in the middle of the rounds. Yeah, we're really damaging him. Oh, missed me there. If anyone has any questions they'd like to ask me, in the Q&A style video, you can do that. If anyone has any requests they want me to do for future videos or more live streams, let me know. I'm trying not to make this channel become just all live streams, but I've put it off for so long to, I wanted to stay out of that sort of, everyone streaming, everybody has to be streaming. Somebody tipped me, blah blah blah, top cheer, all this stuff. I don't really get it yet, so I have to kind of invest a bit of time into figuring it out. I've watched Twitch people before mildly, but I find Twitch is for a different generation, to be honest. There are probably people my age that watch Twitch streamers. There probably is, but on the grand scheme of things, I think it's a younger generational type of a thing. It's definitely, there's a divide there between the type of content that, or the platforms that older, people are using and what younger people are using. Just give me a second. I gotta go for a minute.
Round number 2. Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut. The kind of cut.
Sorry about that. I just had to grab a tissue. What was I saying? Oh yes, Twitch and the generation gap. Yeah, it's not something that I kind of really... We've got a cut in our cheek. That's not too bad. Our eyes are a bit puffy, but... Did we already see Tyson? We did. Yeah, it's a generational gap thing. And it's sort of weird. And it's not something that I really invest that much time into watching. But I will have to get more adept with it now because I'm doing this whole streaming thing. Right, let's keep going. I think we'll probably end up knocking... We could knock Tyson out in this round or the next round. There's a good chance. Oh, nice overhand right. Tyson is really vicious in this game. He's got his weaknesses. And fair play to EA. They kind of... When this game came out first, Tyson was a beast. Like, if you played him online, you really had to be careful because he could knock you out with just one punch. But then as they introduced the tuner packs and stuff and they improved the balance of the characters, it got better. But the ratings haven't changed on the characters as far as I know. That's an interesting piece of trivia. Have they changed the ratings of any of the default included characters? Maybe they have. I can't remember. I bought this game, as I told you. Maybe I haven't told you. I bought this game back when I was in university. And so that will give you an idea of what age I am. And but yeah, oh, nice. Right at the end of that punch there. Yeah, I bought it when I was in university. And I was working in a bar at the time. And I was doing barman stuff, and yeah, I bought this with one of my paychecks came through, which was a miserable amount, and I got this game, and I just instantly took to it. I don't know, I loved Fight Night Round 4 as well, but there was something just a lot more accessible about this one. Like, this one had, you didn't have to block to the body and to the head, you just kind of, the game did it for you. It was just a lot more accessible. And I think because of that, I enjoyed it a lot more. Oh, another great cracking punch there. Put Tyson down. That's the start of the stream, by the way, if you're wondering what was going on. I was kind of just testing out the stream on and off, and then I put the AI versus the AI because I just wanted to see what the stream quality was like and see how everything was going. And I kind of have an idea now for, again, on what the audio levels should be like. So he's up. Tyson's up again, so he wants another beatdown. Oh. Now this is where Tyson can actually be dangerous in this game. I found plenty of times, and I don't think this isn't a coincidence, but the AI can just get up and floor you with Tyson. And one time I was playing, I was landsliding him. Like I remember, I think I was playing as Tommy Morrison, and Morrison's stamina himself isn't great, but I was being really sparing with my punches and frustrating him. And the AI just, I think I'd won every round, like 5 or 6 rounds, and the AI got up and just threw one punch and just flattened me, and it was an instant knockout. Klitschko's face modelled fairly well in this game. It's kind of freaky to think, really, now, the boxers that were included in this game, and the amount of, like, if we look at the heavyweight division, the amount of heavyweights that have come on stream now that weren't included in this game. Like Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora, who would have been 2 big British names at the time. Neither of them are included in this game. And Derek Chisora has been boxing for years now. You know what I mean? A lot of people would probably comment that he's coming close to the end of his career. Although he had a good knockout win against Artur Spielka there recently, or Spielka recently. which was very impressive. I'm a big fan of Del Boy, or War as he goes by now. I always have been. I think he's a very interesting, colourful character. And also because of his rivalry with Fury back in the day, you know, when the two of them were considered to be the next two, you know, big British heavyweights. Derek Chisora was the British champion before Fury was, and then Fury took the belt title from him. So, and of course they had their second follow-up fight, and that second follow-up fight was just an indication as to how much Fury had come on since the first fight. You know, he decimated Chisora in the second fight. Absolutely decimated him. Speaking of decimating, we're fairly decimating Tyson here. It just shows you that if you've got a good outside style and you're playing against the PC, with really any fighter, you can kind of do serious damage to them. You can really make the computer look very amateurish. Yeah, he's really running out of stamina now. He's catching me a lot more, but I'm being a lot less defensive. I'm just kind of going for the knockout now. Yeah, they really try and cheese it with the jabs and the uppercuts and stuff. Ooh. Yeah, it's probably the only fight night. Is this the only fight night stream going on YouTube at the moment? I would not be surprised. And at 3:30 in the afternoon as well. What a time to be alive, huh? Yeah, we're really starting to hurt him now. These punches are starting to wear into him a lot more. I don't want the fun to be over yet. Maybe we can play around. We'll let him off for this round. We'll give him this round. I want to see their faces anyways. Man, Tyson's beat up bad. The damage is really good in this game. Like, it still holds up really well today, I think. I mean, just look at that. The damage there. It's pretty impressive. This game is 2011, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 8-year-old game. Just remember that, and it's on previous generation hardware. It wouldn't take a lot to what's the word I'm looking for? Do a modern version of it, to not reboot it. Remaster. It would not take a lot to remaster this game. It really wouldn't, because okay, some of the texture work when you get up close on the fighters is a bit outdated, but the actual models and all that still look really good. They don't have the same. The only thing that they don't have is, if you play the UFC games, which I'm gone off, to be honest, which I don't really play them anymore. Apart from creating fighters in them, I don't play online, I don't even play the computer. I don't like the new control scheme. But that's a rant for a different day. I think that the good thing about the new EA engine is the characters just look so realistic. You know, they really do. Like, they looked, and I remember the first time that I saw you when UFC 1 released, and you know that walkout animation that happens when they're walking out? I just thought that was so impressive. It was so fluid. And I know it was, I think does that game run at 60 frames a second or somewhere close to it? It just looks so realistic. The models acted like real people, and their mannerisms and the things they did. I think if they could bring that technology to a Fight Night game, it would be immense. I wouldn't even need to have a new version of the game, or a new installment, should I say. I would just be happy for them to remaster Fight Night Champion and maybe add in some new boxers. But you see, then again, they can't really do that, because the problem with boxing games is, because there's not one boxing promoter and organization, it's... And there we go, we've knocked Tyson out. We've been knocking a lot of people out cold on the stream, which is good. But yeah, because they have to go around individually and get every boxer's license, it just doesn't make sense to do that, you know. So it's not viable. Here's the knockout again, right in the jaw. It's a lot easier for the UFC games because everyone is under the umbrella of the UFC, or if it's all the fighters that are part of the UFC umbrella have to be part of the game. Such is Dana White's power over them. What time are we looking at? I've got jobs to do. We could probably get one more fight in. I want a nice long stream to test the consistency of the quality and the audio and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Let us go back to fight now. And let us... What shall we do? Could we go for a classic fight? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go up against Isaac Frost. And I'll tell you what we'll do now. I'm not going to be Isaac Frost. I'm going to be... Who am I going to be? I'm going to go as a... What a character called Shit Allen. Hopefully, sorry. Hopefully YouTube don't take me down, because YouTube take you down for everything nowadays. I don't know. I'm struggling here to find a character. I've done Butterbean already versus Isaac Frost. How about we do Butterbean versus Ali? How about that? This is going to be tough. For anyone who doesn't know, Isaac Frost is a higher rating than Ali, but Ali's AI. I think in every game. It's same in UFC. Some fighters just, their AI is better and their balance of traits just works better. Ali is so aggressive, he's so fast, and his stamina is so good. It's really hard to come up with a strategy to beat him comfortably. My strategy is going to be, I'm just going to try and stay away from him and try and wear him down. But he's so fast, and his reach is decent as well. Like, he's got a good reach, so... Isaac Frost is easier to beat because... he throws punches, he throws haymakers, and he'll throw one punch, and that will be it. Has he caught me already? No way. Am I just seeing things? I don't know. Yeah, the thing about Frost is he'll just throw haymakers, so it's quite easy to wear him down and stay away from him. When Ali gets in close to you, he just starts throwing combinations, and he'll really kind of mix it up. God. It's really hard to hit him to the body flush as well, because when you come forward, he has a tendency to move just out of reach. See that? Yeah, this is going to be tough. You do not want to be up against the ropes with Ali. In fact, you don't really want to be anywhere with Ali, because he can just really make a fool out of you. Yeah, I had a friend who played this game same time as me, and he played it a lot more than me in the early days. I don't think he plays it anymore, but I remember him telling me that he was really good at the game, and he would always play. Like, this is greatest of all time difficulty. I always play in greatest of all time because I'm so used to playing it now that you kind of just get better at it. But he always used to say that Ali, even for him, when he was really good, he would beat me. He always said that Ali was so tough to beat. Just look at this pressure, you know, and it's a different type of pressure. It's not like a Tyson pressure. It's a tiring pressure, because he goes to your body and he punches in combinations, and I'm not being overly sparing with my punches at the moment. I'm throwing a lot of wasteful punches. You don't want to throw wasted punches. It's just not what you don't want that. Okay, so we survived that round. We got a lot of stamina back, and Ali didn't get a lot of stamina back, which is good. And again, stamina is the name of the game in this fight night, because if you have stamina, you can go longer. Now he's damaging me a lot more. You can see there my health is lower, which can come against you as well. But we want him wasting punches.
He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
Oh.
Combo by Muhammad Ali. Nice block time. It was intended to the head.
Yeah, we're starting to catch him a little bit more now. Yeah, it's really weird playing without the sound on. So I'm going to have my my headphones on next stream, so I'll be able to hear the audio and interact with you guys. And hopefully that one means that I won't be shouting. Because I find when I put headphones on, like when I wear headphones in the gym, I find that if I'm talking to anybody in there, I'm like roaring at them, and I feel like everyone else can hear me in the place. So that's why I stopped wearing those kind of big earphones, and I just wear my little earbuds now, the wireless ones that I did the review on. You see, that's the thing about, I know a smaller YouTube channel and I don't only review a few things. I review the things that I buy, because I buy them, a lot of them with my own money. Something with one or two things I get sent, but I find that I continue to use what I have. Like, I still have those little earbuds, and they're really good. A little bit of a problem with range, and their range is pretty poor, but overall I tend to use all of the things that I get, like the capture device I'm using right now. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of wearing down. Now Ali is punching himself out pretty quickly. Normally it takes a lot longer. 3 wasted punches. Normally it takes more wasted punches. It takes a lot longer for him to gas out. But we're blocking quite effectively here, so this is all about being defensive as well, you know. Oh, good punch combination there. So more stamina. We've got good stamina back. We're still wearing Ali down. And we're starting to damage him a little more. I find that if you can wear down your opponent's stamina, the health will balance itself out as time goes on. One thing though you don't want to do is, and I'm not saying this just in terms of don't be a body spammer online, but one thing you want to be really careful of is don't just focus on the body. Attack the head a little bit as well. Because it keeps, when you're playing online, it keeps your opponent guessing. You know, if you keep coming at them to the body, they're going to know to block. You know, they're going to go duck down and they're going to you know, block the body more, and they're going to know how to counter you and what way to move. But if you attack to the head and to the body, not only are you keeping them guessing, but you're also, it also seems to work better in favor of the stamina. I don't know how, like you're supposed to lose stamina for punching the body, but in this game it seems to reward you more if you punch to the head as well. So try and vary the punches and don't get too aggressive like I'm doing now. Just back off a little bit as well. I'm becoming a little bit one-dimensional with punches, and I'm going to try and mix up a few different ones. See how quick Ali is? If he doesn't get through with one of those punches, he'll bust through with another one. See that? I'm just using my straight punches here. Straight punches are the best, I find, in general, for just keeping opponents away. You just want to, you know... When I bought this game first, I always got inside and just like hooked like crazy, but it doesn't, you know, it's not the way to go. Right, I'm going to cool it off a little bit now because I'm wasting quite a lot of my punches. Look at that. Look at that. He's so dangerous. At every point in a fight, he's really dangerous. That stream has been going on for an hour now, which is hard to believe. I know like 20 minutes of that was probably just me setting it up and monitoring it, making sure it was okay. I'm going to have to get another Ethernet cable because currently I'm taking the Ethernet cable from like a little Android box that I have, like a media center thingy, and I will need that again, so I will need to get myself another Ethernet cable so I can plug it in and have it streaming out and have it coming out of the TV somewhere else. God, it's a really messy setup here. I'm just looking at the amount of cables and wiring there is. There's a lot of it. Well, we won one round out of the 2, which is kind of surprising. I thought Ali was going to be taking all these, but we just got to keep boxing smart on the outside. That's all we got to do. I don't know how I think you can set up like automated messages on the chat, like, you know, request video, request a fight or something.
Well placed hook there.
Yeah, not being as effective with my boxing here now. I need to.
Ali's showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch.
Oh, he telegraphed that one.
A really good taste of how fast his hand.
He's really softening me up now. Butterbean's defense isn't actually that bad. For a low-rated character, it's not fantastic, and it really kind of isn't. Shows how not good it is when you're fighting someone like Ali. But if you're fighting somebody slower, it's not actually that bad. It's just that Ali punches so quickly; he really gives you. Even if you're using the pump to block. Now we've kind of got him in the corner here. Let's try and eke a bit more stamina out of him. His punch output is so high. I feel like that hurts the AI a little bit because they throw a lot of punches. Ali in this game, the AI is built for somebody who's a come forward slugger to really give them a challenge. But for somebody like me who's kind of fighting on the outside, moving in and out, and not really attacking in big bursts with power punches, I think that it can end up wearing itself out pretty quickly.
Final 10 seconds.
Yeah, not being able to hear what the punches are is kind of a bit unsettling, because if you played Fight Night, you'll know that you put the sound of a punch blocked is different to the sound of a punch that connects. So it's nice to be able to hear how many punches are connecting here.
Back underway fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even. Closely contested bout throughout. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Southpaw right jab, then the left hand.
Yeah, so I think we're kind of coming close to
Left hand up top.
getting rid of Ali here. Now his stamina's not looking particularly good. He's only got around half of his stamina left. Now, I could punch him out a little bit more, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start applying a little bit of pressure, because my stamina is in a pretty good spot. And if we just punch in bursts like this, we should be fine. Yeah, this is, we've got him where we want him. You see how I'm punching in bursts? I'm not punching big, you know. You see people who play Fight Night games and they do this sort of thing. They just kind of keep throwing punches like that non-stop. You know, 1, 2, or 3 punches together is the way to do it. I think we might have actually cut him, or he's cut us. Now this round has been not a particularly great round, because he has tired himself out a bit more, but we've put on quite a bit of pressure as well and wasted a good few punches, so I have a feeling we're not going to get a whole heap of stamina back. I could be wrong, but we never know. Right, let's see what type of a stamina situation we're in now. Yeah, I didn't get very much stamina back there.
Well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's
I never thought the Butterbean looks awfully like himself in this game. The face, there's something just off about him, I don't know. He's a cool addition to have in the game though, definitely. He's a cool sort of a novelty fighter. We have to be careful with Ali, because he still could knock us out with one punch. He has a tendency to do that. The computer will cheese you sometimes. Ow.
That's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range.
I didn't actually expect to go live at all today, funnily enough. I just wanted to test to see if the stream would actually work, but now that I know that it works pretty well, I probably will end up using this again. Come on. See, this is the thing, he frustrates you. I'm getting frustrated now because I thought I nearly had him out of there, but there's still a lot of fight left in him. And I'm wasting my stamina now, as you can see, trying to get rid of him. So I have to be very, very careful.
He's doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Oh dear. Oh, there we go.
Come up the way that his opponent is, you're supposed to put them together. 1 or 2 are going to be blocked. But when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
Oh, see what I'm talking about? You see that? See that? All of a sudden, he can just come back and get rid of you. He hit me right there. Look at those jiggle physics. Oh. Yeah, pretty decent jiggle physics there. Right. Let's get up out of this and finish him off. I think we have a good chance now of getting rid of him soon, even though he scored us in the knockdown there, so he's going to win some points. He is getting quite gassed himself, as you can see there. So oh, nice counter punch. Sweet counter punch, dude. problem with streaming, I find sometimes. Like I kind of feel like I've run out of things to say now. Maybe not. I could probably think of more things to say. But when you're playing a game and you're concentrating like this, sometimes I feel that you kind of run out of things to talk about. But I suppose next time I'll be a bit more organised in what I want to be doing and have a bit more of a plan for the stream. I kind of came on today and just said, hey, I'm just going to play some Fight Night. Let's see what happens. I also like these game videos as well because I can be a bit more animated. I find when I'm making videos I'm kind of serious about talking about things, I have to really think about what I'm saying and I have to concentrate, and that kind of ends up, that ends up making me sound a bit more serious. Jesus, he managed to survive that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to kind of loosen up a little bit and talk a bit more naturally. Okay. We'll just keep banging on that body because he is wilting fast here. But as you can see, he definitely puts in he's a challenging fight. Ali is the AI in this game at any difficulty really, but particularly at the greatest of all time difficulty. He is a tough son bitch.
Halfway through this round.
Should be the finishing punch now. I can't see him getting up from this. Straight through the guard. Alright, let's see. Nah, he's down. He's not getting up from this. When they get up that quickly, it means they're going to flop again. So guys, that's been, I suppose, my first ever stream on the internet, just in general. Like, I've never streamed on any other website, and it's been an interesting experience. Whether you've managed to tune in for this one or you haven't, that's okay. I will be doing more in the future. I hope to be doing one again, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. We will see, but for the moment, I suppose that's all I've got to say. If you like my channel and you like my content and you want to see me do more things like this live stream with requests on what characters you want on Fight Night, then subscribe and like this stream as well, and tell other people about it as well. Maybe you've got some peeps, some friends who are into Fight Night Champion and they want to get their Fight Night Champion fix of content. Let them know about it. That's been the stream, guys. I'm going to end it here now, and I'll see you either in the next video or the next stream. Thanks for watching.